Hello, family. Welcome back to the African Diaspora News Channel. I am Wongel Zelalem, and today we're talking about Burkina Faso. In Burkina Faso, there was a report that came out on January 3rd, 2026. Even though the government didn't address it, it was all over the media, it was all over the social media coming from Burkina Faso, and there was no way of confirming it because the government never said anything. Turns out the government was waiting for more information and they came out with the confirmation yesterday, and they said that yes, there was a coup attempt against Ibrahim Traore and they thwarted it. Sorry, thwarted it, and it was not successful, which thank God. But you got to ask yourself, why are these people working so hard, extra hard, to get rid of this man, this one man? Imagine this, since 2022, since he came into power in September, so that's like late 2022, right? Since then till now, 2026 January, at least according to the government and what they have confirmed, there has been six coup attempt which failed miserably each time because the people around him believe in him enough to risk their lives. They're not allowing any foreign force to come in and take out their leader, basically, because they believe in him that much. They believe what he stands for is bigger than himself. They see him more than one man. They see him as a hope, as someone to look up to and to take Burkina Faso to the next level. That's why they are protecting their leader. But on January 3rd, this is how the people handled it.
Ce soir, 3 janvier 2026, nous apprenons avec beaucoup de tristesse, avec beaucoup d'amertume, que les ennemis de la nation ont encore tenté de mettre la marche triomphale du peuple burkinabé vers sa souveraineté totale. Et nous sommes sortis pour rappeler à tous ceux-là qui sont affamés du pouvoir et qui pensent qu'ils peuvent nous ramener dans la fourberie, ils peuvent nous ramener dans les souffrances que nous sommes en train de quitter. Ils sachent que le peuple burkinabé a dit non. Nous ne sommes pas d'accord et nous condamnons avec notre dernière énergie toute tentative de déstabilisation du pouvoir du peuple qui est.
As you saw, the people went out to the streets, to the literal streets, where he resides, where the government offices are. Once the media reported that there is an attempted coup going on in their country, the youth, the people, civilians, everyone gathered and went out to the streets to stand with him. Nothing is going to happen to him. That is the clip that you saw. They were out and ready for business. Whatever comes their way, they're going to handle it, even though they're civilians. That goes to show you how much they love him, respect him, and appreciate him. I know the narrative when it comes to the Western mainstream media is that he's this dictator, he's this military guy that won't give up his power, his seat. But that's not actually what you see on the ground. The people love that man, right? And what he stands for. So I'll read for you what the reports show. I was waiting for the confirmation before I talk about it. And the government has given the confirmation that we were looking for. So according to reports, authorities in Burkina Faso have said that they have thwarted a new coup attempt amid heightened political tensions in the West African country. The alleged plot was uncovered late on Saturday night, January 3rd, before it could be carried out. The information was first made public by a pro-government web television outlet citing security officials. Government authorities later confirmed the claims, saying the situation is under control while security forces remain on high alert. And according to Burkina Faso's Minister of Security, Mohamedou Sana, he said the plan involved a coordinated effort to destabilize the country through a series of targeted assassination. And the plot was apparently supposed to go live at 11, is it p.m.? Yes, 11 p.m. So they were waiting for the night to attack. And so they said, the authorities have said that they have arrested the people that are involved. They are doing more investigation. And although the government hasn't directly said that, there's words on the street that the former leader Damiba is behind this coup plot, and it was just not successful. As I said earlier, there has been six, and just to mention them for you, to just so you know, as I said earlier, he came into power. Ibrahim Traore came into power on September 22, right? 2022. So the same year, December 2022, there was a coup plot that was thwarted. In September 2023, there was another one. January 2024, another one. The government foiled the plot and confirmed it. On September 2024, another coup attempt. On April 2025, another one. And now the latest one is this month, a few days ago, January 2026. I guess that was their plan for this year. Like, you know how some of us put down lists, goals, and all the things that we want to accomplish in 2026 in the new year. That was apparently like their goal to get rid of the leader. Jokes on them, because the people won't let it happen. Though it really made me think of the recent speech he gave at the IES summit. And if you remember, he said quite a lot. He was saying there is a black winter coming. We need to be cautious, and there will be bloodshed. Let me just remind you what he said.
De l'Ouest.
You can read the subtitle.
Couche qui vient sur l'Afrique de l'Ouest, que j'ai appelé l'hiver noir. L'hiver noir arrive. Il sera un hiver très froid, un hiver sanglant, un hiver meurtrier. En fondant la Confédération de l'AES, nous avons senti ce froid venir. Et tous les jours que Dieu fait, nous nous évertuons à trouver des troncs d'arbres pour allumer un feu qui va réchauffer le cœur des Africains, un feu qui va réchauffer les mentalités et le sang des Africains pour nous unir autour. Malheureusement, force est de constater que certains Noirs sont là tous les jours à arroser nos troncs d'arbres d'eau fraîche pour qu'ils ne puissent pas brûler. Qu'adviendra-t-il donc du panafricanisme quand l'hiver viendra? L'hiver viendra parce que la guerre se transporte en Afrique de l'Ouest. Les impérialistes font tout pour mettre l'Afrique de l'Ouest à feu et à sang. Le chaos pourrait s'installer. Beaucoup de gens pourraient mourir. Nous allons nous entretuer de manière tellement atroce que pendant ce temps, ils seraient là à piller nos richesses, à imposer leur volonté. Et ceux qui vont survivre de cette tragédie n'auront que deux choix. Soit s'unir pour toujours contre l'impérialisme, ou se résumer à être des esclaves jusqu'à disparaître. Mais soyez sûrs d'une chose, nous sommes unis et nous resterons unis. Et nous devons ouvrir les yeux. L'AES va évoluer. Quand viendra l'hiver, si il faille que nous passions par l'hiver pour être libres, pour être unis, nous prions Dieu qu'il en soit ainsi et qu'il protège nos populations.
You see, it's like he knew something was coming. And when I last reported on this topic, I was saying that it feels like he has intel. He has information that we don't have. Of course, he will have more information because he's in a position, he's leading a country. So they'll have more information on what's going on, what's about to happen. And plus, people love him. So he probably have insiders or moles within those organizations or countries that are trying to destabilize Burkina Faso and his people. So yeah, when I first watched that clip, I remember like having like actual goosebumps, because it's like he's telling us without really telling us something really bad is coming. and he specifically talked about West Africa. And we need to listen, we need to be vigilant. We should not allow history to repeat itself, especially if that history didn't serve us well then. Why would we allow it to happen again, right? So we need to do better, we need to equip ourselves better. And those countries that are being used as a tool for the enemy, beware, because tomorrow you might be on your way down, and the same people that you sold out, you gave away to the enemy, are going to be the ones that are going to either save you or not look your way. So let's really not do that. And we know what other puppet leaders have been doing behind the scenes. Gorilla Christ said, behind everything. Suzanne, hello, Suzanne. Sheldon said, either CIA, US, or France backed. Well, the word on the street is France backed, but unless the government comes out and gives us more information, I don't know. We can't say that definitively. Although they have tried before, and if you remember, there were spies that were arrested, that were detained. So it's no shock to anyone that those same countries can be behind it, because they hate his guts. They hate him for what he's doing. And the ironic thing is, they hate him and claim that it's because they care about the people, but that they're the ones that destroyed the lives of the people. If anything, he's trying to do good. Look at what he has been doing thus far in just this short period of time. He's nationalizing his natural resources. He is focusing on innovation. He's strengthening the country's military. He is uniting with other African countries like Mali and Niger. He's kicking out foreign troops and focusing within his country. He's improving and providing value by making it conducive to plant for the farmers. Agriculture is growing because of him, because he's focusing on producing their own food and feeding themselves, when other countries are busy selling out their seeds and allowing these foreign nationals, foreign companies, multinationals to come and have the rights to sell in their country, not allow the local farmers to plant and grow their own food. He is busy making sure that the locals eat, the locals grow food, and the locals feed their own people. So this man is doing God's work. He's actually serving the people of Burkina Faso. No wonder why they love him. So the hate against him is just unwarranted. Of course, we understand they're losing out on their grip and the control they had over the country. That's why they're pissed. But you gotta learn how to move on. Like, these people do not want you there anymore. They are done. They are done being exploited, and figure out how to live on your own without being a parasite. So they're done. Just give up, because it seems like it's not working. It's just not working, because the people are willing to lose everything, including their lives, in order to protect this man. I hope they get it all. They understand this and just leave them alone. Truth Universe said, America will fall eventually. America has been, controlling a lot. And even in Trump's administration, a lot of people predicted, because he promised when he was running for election that he will not be funding a lot of wars out there, and his foreign policy will be different from Biden's, and he's going to focus more internally, America first, all that stuff that he's been saying. Look at what's happening now. We're talking about Venezuela just last week. So it's like, it's getting worse by the day. And I know the American government feels like they're invincible, but they are creating a problem for themselves in the future, because now a lot of countries are waking up and saying, wait a minute, like, you can never be friends with them. So you have to find another ally. You have to have your own other blocks, like the BRICS. You need to work towards trading with your own currency or other currencies, because the US dollar is screwing everyone else. So the more I think America continues to be a bully, the more it's waking up more people and more countries to plan for their future, and their future will not be involving working with America. Right now, yes, America is one of the most powerful, if not um, the powerful nation in the world, but slowly but surely, everything that goes up must come down unless they fix their way. The government really needs to reflect honestly, because administration to administration, it seems like it's the same thing when it comes to foreign policy. Some are worse than the rest, but you know. Black said they should jail those who did that. Yes, they said they've detained them and they're doing more investigation. I do not think they will let them go free. That's for sure. Truth Universe said Babylon has fallen. Mitigate said that's crazy. I hear you, especially the amount of time they keep trying it. It's insane. It's like they don't want to give up. And it's clear that it's, it's not like other countries. As I mentioned last time, in Venezuela, America just got in, got out, took the president and his wife. Yeah, that's possible when someone is working with you within that country. Or how could it be that easy to get into a country and take a whole president with his wife? So at the end of the day, if the people are not willing to sell out, I think they have a good chance of fighting back and maybe seeing a better future. And the beauty about Traore is he says he's willing to risk his life. He's willing to just lay his life for his people. And even if that day comes and they are successful, may never happen. Okay. We do not want that to happen. But even if that ever happens, now the people have already, made up their mind and they are willing to do whatever it takes. So the next Traore will come up. I don't think they'll be that successful in that way, at least in Burkina Faso. Dwayne said, may God bless that man as he works for his people's prosperity and improves the country's infrastructure. Yes, for sure. And I forgot to mention earlier, even when it comes to infrastructure, he's doing quite a lot, like housing for people, better roads, better buildings. He's just trying his best. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't have unlimited resource. Like he has so much to spend on things, but he's at the very least people focused. He's not focused on making money for himself. And that I think is what's making him shine a little bit more than others. And you can see the difference between the rest. Truth said America is behind most of the war crimes throughout the decades. Well, look at history and you'll get your answer. Primo said, yet they are trying to get us FBAs to come to Africa. Nope, we good over here. Don't worry about it, Primo. If you don't want to come to Africa, good. Stay where you are. Nikisha said Western media is full of life. That is very true. And speaking about coming to Africa, iShow Speed is doing a great job. Have you been following up? Like people are waking up to the fact that they've been lied to all this time, and it's just wonderful and refreshing to see people realizing it in real time. And that's part of Western media's agenda as well. Unfortunately, it worked not just in the world, but also as Africans. It's really impacted us to the point where our people are willing to risk their lives through the sea, through the desert, to go to these countries that were sold to them as heaven on earth, and they're losing their lives. And it's very, very sad. So it's about time that we debunk those narratives and work on ourselves and, build Africa to the point where even African descendants want to come, not because they're forced or like they're lied to, but because they really want to come, because they're like, okay, we can see ourselves living there. It's not too bad. Truth Universe said, it's not the American people, though. The people of America do not support or agree with what their government does. A lot of Americans do not like what their own government is doing abroad. That is true. Just in Venezuela, a report shows that 70% of Americans did not support the invasion of Venezuela. What happened to Venezuela? Americans did not want that to happen. Like, and it only makes sense. They want their taxpayers' money to go to them to fund public schools and public hospitals. And why not? I mean, it only makes sense. Why would your money be used somewhere else to create war, to fund guns and all that? So, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. That's that's how they feel. Angela said the West will lie because they want to keep Africa in bond and in poverty. Yes, not just that, to deter others that would want to invest, let's say here, or would want to move. It will deter you. It would make you think that it's you should not go there. But look at the aeroplanes we've shown on this channel so many times. It's filled with them folks, and why do you think they're coming here? There's benefits. There's when you're investing, there's return because it's still a young economy for most African countries. It's rising. And if you can see other countries, yes, their economies are high, but it's not going on the upward graph. In the graph, it's not going upwards. It's actually slightly declining, or it's what is it called? Like it's stable. It's not going anywhere. But Africans, it's increasing. The African countries, many African countries, it's increasing year by year, and they know that, and that is why they're investing here. That's why their multinational companies are here. That's why their biggest, the billionaires and millionaires are here. That's why even the average Joe is investing in Africa and coming to Africa, buying a house, doing this and that, while making others believe that, and ourselves believe that there's no hope for them. And that's how they get you, unfortunately. Truth to Power said, was America CIA involved? I don't know. There's no telling, but the only thing we'll say about that is just recently, what was it, 2 weeks ago, Nigeria gave the go ahead and okay to America to, strike certain parts of Nigeria, northern, I believe. And yeah, people were speculating that, as you know, Nigeria and Burkina Faso are neighboring countries. So are you trying to get close to that area? So on and so forth. Truth Universe said, I don't know, but wouldn't surprise me. The American government is good at covering their tracks, and they're good at paying off people in other countries. That's very true. But what's so interesting and funny about this specific administration, the Trump's administration, is that they're telling you to your face what they're doing. It is so bizarre to me in 2026 that we live in a world where one country can attack another sovereign country, take their president, and tell you that they're doing it for oil blatantly. And that's it. No consequence, no accountability. It is so weird. And after a pride, there's a saying, with pride or after pride, some downfall. I don't know. We'll see. Angela said they hate anyone bringing truth and light to the people. That's true. The more you can keep the people blind and keep them occupied by doing some other stuff, the more you can loot, do what you need to do what you want to do, take what you want to take. So yeah, it makes sense. And it's been working for so long. I mean, why change it, right? If something is working, why break it? AOH said, no doubt some NATO intelligence agency was involved. It's already confirmed CIA were involved in Venezuela, and Mossad is involved in Iran. Timing of this attempt on Traore isn't coincidence. Yeah, and I believe it's like the same night that this happened. Like the Venezuela thing happened at night, as you know, like in the morning hours. Same thing in Burkina Faso. The people, the video I just showed you of people on the street saying that they'll protect their leader, it's in the AMs. I believe it was like 1:20 a.m. when they're doing that, 1, 2, 3 a.m. So yeah. Black, hello. Diesel said France will keep trying. God protect him. Yes, especially now that they're, I don't know, allegedly, I don't know, we don't know for sure that France was involved, but what we know for sure is France is in shambles right now. The economy is, the people are out on the streets. As I said, Burkinabe people are out to protect their president. French people are out on the streets to tell their president that he ain't, and he needs to leave office. They do not want him there. They dislike their leader, and they're complaining that everything's expensive and they can't survive. So that's what's happening in France. So they're really desperate. April said my post was deleted. I don't know what post was that. I didn't delete it. Maybe if you said something, YouTube also picks um what is it called, like certain words and stuff, and if they think it violates the algorithm, they remove it. But I don't know what you wrote, April. Maybe write it again if it's an okay comment. Hi, Angela. Angela said yes. Black France out. Angela said God will not be mocked. Hi, Renz. April delete the C. I don't know. I don't know. France are, Black said, why small country like France or disrupt Africa? Why? Well, they had, they had what is it called? Like they were there first, and they were their colonial masters when they were there. And when they left, especially France, they were unlike the other colonizers. All of them are bad, don't get me wrong, but France was worse. Like, they ruined the infrastructure when they left. They made sure that their currency is related with them, and they control it. They took their gold. They were horrible. So even after they left, they made sure that things got worse for those countries that they've colonized. So they have like the upper hand. They have been in power for longer. They have been controlling the system for longer. They have people in their pockets. They have puppets. So of course, when this new country's new leaders come up, it's going to be very hard for them to push back. It's going to take time. It's going to take courage. It's going to take a lot of people to say no and for them to unite. That's why they're making good change and making a real impact with Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso coming together. This has just 3 countries coming together, and Africa has 54 countries. Imagine that. Just 3 coming together made a huge impact. So imagine now almost everyone, even half of Africa uniting. It is going to be insane for these nations, and that is why they keep working hard, hard to break us apart. And that unfortunately works till now. It's slightly, um, it's not as effective as it was before, but I would say, yeah, that's why France can do that, because they have that past and they have the history to back them up, and the currency and the puppets in their pockets. So it's going to take time till, also, you see, there's this mental slavery. Once they left, they left that impact that they are still like superior than the people. So the people have to work towards breaking away that mental strain that they have as well. Oh, don't be savage. Life said, bro, it seems like God literally never protects his people. I'm so discouraged as a man of God. Please don't be. That comment actually makes me sad. I don't think that's the right approach. I understand why you would feel that way. There are so many moments that I would feel discouraged as well. There are many people that will feel discouraged as well. But it's part of life. There's ups and downs, there's, there's struggles, but at the end of it, God stands for the truth, and the truth will always come out, and he will stand with those that are doing the right thing, and we all know who's doing the wrong thing. So I don't think yes, you can feel how you feel and you're entitled, but it's important that you come out of it, because you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Also, you have to understand, if we give up, what happens then what, right? You have to fight back, you have to stand up, and you have to say, I'll do my best and try my best and never give up. But I do not think, in my opinion, um, God does not protect us, honestly. Even through this horrible situation, He works. Look at, as I said, yes, coup d'etats are happening, attempts are happening against Traore, 6 times at least, the ones that that we've reported on and the government have confirmed. But even through that, look at what God is doing. The people are coming together. They're getting more angrier. Righteous anger is a thing. They're saying, until when, like, if not us, then who? And they're standing up and they're fighting back, and it's giving them the strength that they never had before. They were colonized, they would bow down to France, they will allow them to do anything. Now they are so much stronger and braver because of all those things that are happening. For us, we look at it and say, that's very sad. Yes, it is sad indeed, but it's also motivating the world, like the people that need to get up and do something about it. It's giving them that courage. So yeah, it's, don't be discouraged, brother or sister. I don't know if who you are. um AOH said, that's the issue, Wengel. He's nationalizing resources. Anytime a NATO country can't get their hands on resources, that country will be demonized. That is true, but that's how you know he's doing the right thing. Continue doing your thing, and we shall see how far he will go. Don't forget, he's not only encouraging his people in Burkina Faso. Africans, a lot of younger generation, like the younger ones that you that would have never cared about politics, you see them rising up and being encouraged by him. Like, he's not only changing his own country's circumstance, he's actually empowering others, and that's powerful. That is one of the reasons why they want to take him out, because he's bigger than himself right now. His concept on his own, like, it's bigger now. And even if they, as I said, I prayed never happens, even if they do succeed, I don't think he will die. I don't think the cause will die with him. Angela said, it's amazing how the small countries want control over Africa. That is true, and they've done this for so long. They feel empowered, they feel like they can continue doing it. Jokes on them, though. Times have changed. McQueen said, France is mad that they got booted out of those countries and can't exploit them any longer. They'll be a third world country in no time. Yeah, someone, I think, is it France? Or yeah, I think someone I heard saying France is like a third world country with a Gucci belt or something like that. And I thought it was hilarious. They're already in the gutter. It's just they're keeping the, what is it called, the appearance. So it might seem like they're doing so well, but not really, not necessarily. They're not doing that well. Yeah. So fam, ooh, I have a lot of chats, but unfortunately I can't go through all of them. Thank you so much, fam, for coming through and having this conversation. It's really important that we expose evil, we talk about it, but at the same time we find some encouragement out of it, because we can't just think that we can't get out of a situation. We have to die trying if we have to, I guess. Anyways, fam, thank you so much. I will see you on the next one. Stay blessed. Bye.